Today we got Rubio's fish tacos, and Rubio's was totally placating me, placating the alien. The woman behind the counter, she called a woman getting her food in front of me Alyssa Janello. She said Alyssa Janello, and I was like, excuse me, what? So they're getting like that passive aggressive. And then the lady was rude when I asked her for my food. And she's just like, we take the orders as it comes out. Like really, really rude and disrespectful. Like everybody in there was just like super rude and super disrespectful. A guy in telepathy said to me, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not Vasily." And another guy in telepathy laughed and was like, "Yeah, we already knew that. That's clear that you're not Vasily. It's very clear that you're not my husband." You know what I mean? So everybody's just super rude, super hateful, and what is it? I think it's Rubio's Fish Tacos in Manhattan Beach. Okay, and I always say the same thing. It's always the same fucking problem. You're mad at yourself because, and I was going over this in telepathy. I was like, you're going, and it wasn't just me, by the way. I'm not alone in my thoughts. There was the girl sitting in front of me too. She's like, I completely agree. It's always the ugly, dumb, and fat brigade that thinks there's people, remember yesterday I think I said there's people that do nothing and expect everything. There's people that do everything and expect nothing. And it's always the people that do nothing and expect everything. And I guess they still have my tracker or something, or they're not being cleared fast enough with these new codes that are coming in that actually feel like death and destruction and chaos and awfulness. These new space codes are just really awful feeling. And I guess it's not working like hard enough. I don't know. There was like people in there like sticking up for me, like just leave her alone, whatever. And like after, it's just always like a threat after like we clear something. Like obviously, you hear yourself calling the woman in front of you Alyssa Janello, and my name on the receipt is Alyssa. It's not Alyssa Janello, so there's no way that you knew. My name is Alyssa Janello, right? Because they're teasing me, and I'm telling them to not tease me because you know who I am, the space princess, and you keep acting like I'm a normal person, and you keep putting off the handoff one day later, okay? Like that's what me and Vasily are trying to clear today. Like as soon as he starts to come near me, it starts to feel like these new codes that are coming in, and they're like really just feel like really, really awful. So it's like scary. So it's like another firewall, but it doesn't feel like the firewall. It feels like you've been hit by a Mack truck. It feels like really bad. I don't even know how to describe it. So anyway, Rubio's, okay, so this meal, I used to get this meal all the time. Anyway, Rubio's was really rude, and I hated my experience there. So there's my Yelp complaint. And they obviously knew who I was, and instead of treating me, they're just so angry that like I'm a royal princess. They're like so angry that they're meeting like a royal princess. Like they must literally hate like royalty. They have to hate they have to hate celebrities. They have to hate royalty. They have to hate rich people like Paris Hilton. They have to hate socialites. They have to at this point. Like I think they see me as like this normal girl that like won the lottery. And clearly I'm not a normal girl. Which is what I keep saying. And it's not just looks, but it's also talent. And it's also, I have to be narcissistic as fuck to like remind these people, like, no, like I graduated high school when I was 8 years old. You know what I mean? I've had like a stellar career. Like I'm extremely talented. I have a ton of friends. I have a ton of life experience. I've met my goals. Not only on top of that, but I'm a royal holy princess that owns massive amounts of spaceships. You know what I'm saying? But like they cannot get it through their head that this woman did not just win the lottery, and like it's not my problem that you can't come out as gay. You know what I mean? Like because I think half of the men are like gay for like Hayden or gay for Evan, but like they're not gay, and like it's not my fucking problem that you can't own who you are and go on a gay date with somebody. You know what I mean? You're not, I don't understand the thinking in your head just because you know who Evan Peters is, a famous actor, and he's married to me, Alyssa Janello, and you know who my name is. I don't get why you think that you can, it's because it's always women and men that are, it's completely out of your league. You're not Alyssa Janello because there's one thing in the universe, me. Okay, you're not Alyssa Janello. Alyssa Janello. You're made out of my energy, and at this point, you are literally just consciousness. And these consciousness videos are starting to come out, and it's funny as hell, but it's also terrifying at the same time. Watching people turn into consciousness. They're just so angry at me. They're just so angry. They think I won the lottery or something like that. I'm clearly married to myself. Is what I'm trying to like get through your head. I'm married to myself. I look like Gal Gadot. Okay, I look like Cara Delevingne. So I'm married to myself. If that resonates with you at all. Okay, so this was really expensive. So Rubio's is definitely giving me Tourette's, if you didn't just hear Garrett Sanders' statement, okay? So they really, really hate us there, and we used to eat there all the time. This meal was $20. I used to get this meal all the time when I worked at Mattel. So I think it's a little expensive, but I think they had like Taco Tuesday probably, but still. I might have not gotten the meal when I used to get this. I'm not really sure. I might have just got the 2 fish tacos and like a beer for lunch or something. But just in general, this is kind of expensive. You want chippy? All right. You're giving me Tourette's at Rubio's. I had Tourette's at Rubio's. I have a mild form of Tourette's, and it does stem from my autism. So they're fighting back. They're calling themselves Alyssa Janello. That is identity theft. You're trying to steal my identity, and that's a federal crime. And that can cause hallucinations and depression. Depression can cause hallucinations, and bullying leads to depression, which can lead to hallucinations, which is a form of her autism and come out from her autism, and then it goes into Tourette's because it's the same thing when it's linked to depression. I got salsas. I got lemon. Okay, I'm gonna use a lemon first. Not even getting mad at somebody with Tourette's. They used to get mad at me at Mattel and Hasbro because I have autism. Now you're doing the same thing to me because I have Tourette's. Maybe you should stop getting mad at people who have mental disabilities. So I get the fish taco especial, and it has avocado on it, and it's really good. But I'm literally not that hungry, so I don't think I can finish it. Vasily keeps saying he's only here for Alyssa. He's only here for Alyssa. I got a cherry Coke with it too, by the way. And the woman walked in. So the woman walked in. I walked into Rubio's. And the woman, oh, my eyebrows just got darker for 2 seconds. The woman sitting there outside said out loud with her mouth, and this is what they always do to me, which triggers my autism. They say something passive aggressively to me. They said something passive aggressively to me as I'm walking by. And she said, I'm only here for Samantha, which, okay. Like, again, you're not lying to yourself. You're only here for the mother group, you know, Samantha. So you can stop yelling at me about it. You know, you can stop yelling at me because you're triggering my autism. You're triggering my mental health. Chronic, is autism a disease? I don't know what it is, but I have autism. You trigger that, and then you make it worse, and you give me Tourette's. When you try to steal my identity, and I clearly hear you say the name Alyssa Janello out loud with your mouth because you're trying to steal my identity, that's going to give me a mental health breakdown, if that makes sense. When you walk around, people mad dog you, try to walk and bang into you, say mean passive aggressive things to you and it's just consistent whenever I go outside, it's going to trigger my autism and make my autism worse. And I already described how autism can go into depression, anxiety, and then Tourette's. So it can lead to all of these different things, hallucinations, etc. I mean, when I'm constantly bombarded with bullying, when I just leave the house, like I said, like we won for 1 second in there because Danny said, okay, I am allowed to talk to you because this lady's literally saying your first and last name out loud with her mouth, not in telepathy, literally out loud with her mouth, and she's calling another woman, a different woman, Alyssa Janello. So that's identity theft. So that's the part that you need to be focused on and stop trying to worsen my autism and turn it into Tourette's. And that's literally every single one of you. You need to stop bullying me. The bullying is the problem. The bullying is the actual problem. People with autism have extremely high intelligence. I just know what I need also intuitively. I need to not be bullied. So if the answer is bullying, more bullying, then my autism and my Tourette's is going to get a lot worse, not better. The answer is not to bully me. The answer is to stop bullying me. Manhattan Beach. I could only eat the frijoles. I only ate half of a taco here. Yeah, I'm being bullied every single day. And Danny wants to be like, people aren't real. Like, please come to Rubio's with me next time, Danny, and let's see how real they are and how crazy they are at not clearing things, being consciousness.